Okay, so like don't freak out, but like you're dead. Okay, you can freak out for like 10 seconds, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, you're done. All right, so you're dead. What happened? I don't know. That's like you probably will know, or you'll regain that memory like very soon. If you like really want to know and you're like really freaking out, like you can ask like whoever sent you here, but I didn't send you here. All I know is that like you're dead and you were sent with me, so I can like basically tell you like what's going on. Okay, yeah. So what's going on is like you're a ghost. But don't worry, I'm like a really good like ghost guide. And I even like wrote down some notes for you because I'm kind of new, I can't lie, but I'm a new ghost guide and I have a little intro sheet so I can tell you everything that you need to know, okay? Okay, yeah. Don't worry, like you need to understand like being a ghost is like so much more fun than being alive. Like I promise, okay? Like there are drawbacks, but like I promise you, like it's really fun. Okay? Okay. Just hear me out, okay? Because like also you don't have a choice. Okay. So like what is it? Like what are you doing? Like what is being ghost? Hashtag like ghost intro. Don't freak out. Oh my god, don't freak out. It's gonna be fun. So okay, like yeah, obviously like people in your life are gonna be upset. But that's like no longer for you to think about. They'll have to deal with that on their own and then hopefully they can like make an inspirational book about it. But right now that's not your responsibility. You have no longer have responsibility to anyone in your life, at least for the foreseeable future. Okay? You can check on them, but I would recommend waiting a little bit, okay? I'll explain it in a second. Okay, so what are we doing here? So you're a ghost. It's like between life and the afterlife. So when you go to the afterlife, you get to like that's where you get to like max and like chill and like just do whatever. And like that's where you like look down on like your descendants and you like when you know when like you like pray to your ancestors, that's like what you do. Like you can choose to like help your descendants and like try and like give them power through the afterlife. Like that's what you do there. That's not what you do here. What you do here is basically you you like go around. So like the reason why you're a ghost and you didn't just immediately go to the afterlife, like a lot of people go to the afterlife immediately, especially a lot of old people. That's why a lot of ghosts are like children, and some young people too. Like I died at 21. Test your drugs, but it's okay because low-key I'm having so much more fun now. The best thing about being a ghost is that you like you don't get tired. Like you just basically like you just like party and party and party. And ghosts like we're supposed to be doing things, but like they don't always check. And like you can like I've seen during October like people party for like a month, like non-stop, like people going in and out because you don't get tired. And like you don't have to like pay for anything, so you can just do whatever you want. You know what I mean? Yeah. So basically, we are chosen. The younger people usually, but also some older people, just depends. The reason why we're chosen to be ghosts by the Ghost Council, who consults with everyone when you die. It's like an angel and like a ghost come down and they like talk about whether or not you're ready to go up or not. You're chosen to develop a little bit more before you go to the afterlife. Basically they want to keep it nice and chill up there, and if they think that you're like kind of a mess or like maybe you need to mature a little bit, you are invited to stay down here and like sort of like work out some shit essentially. Yeah, you don't get to choose. If you feel like you're done being a ghost, you can call upon the council for a hearing, but like usually like they'll just tell you when you're done. Like a lot of times when you call them, like they'll say no and you have to like wait a little bit. So like yeah, yes, but you move through the afterlife through the council, and they like watch you and like they're gonna like see if you're like ready. The council is not they've never been human. They've always been ghosts. Like their whole thing is they take care of the ghosts because they're ghosts, and like their only existence is being a ghost. They can't go down. They can go up like momentarily, and I do know that there are some like elder ghosts that do move to the afterlife, but their time moves like a lot differently, and like they've never been alive, so that's why they take care of all of us ghosts. But they're like a small group, very small group. You'll see, they're a little scary. But anyways, but yeah, but they don't really age. They just have to like, they can retire, but it's like really rare. But like for the most part, they just stay ghosts. But basically, as I said, in the afterlife you chill. As a ghost, you are being kept here on Earth to develop as a person. How does that happen? So basically, you continue making connections and friendships and like sort of your own like makeshift family with other ghosts, and that helps you develop as a person. And also you get to really experience the people around you, and you get to like sort of have that like fly on the wall experience of like being able to look at life from like an objective point of view. Does that make sense? Yeah, like you get to like really like it's like, I don't know, like you like, I think about like all the fights I had with like my family, but then like I don't know, like when you like look back on it, I'm not saying that like, you know, that was like always wrong, because like there were quite a few times when I was actually quite correct, but whatever. That's why I probably haven't moved up yet. But you like you start considering, you start going through just like you'll probably look over eventually your own family, but you'll start, I recommend starting with people you don't know, so you can just sort of objectively look at the interactions between people, and this is going to help you like mature and develop, and then eventually be able to move on to the afterlife and be a good guiding ancestor, and also just like be chill, because like the angels like hate it when there's like absolute messes up there. The angels are annoying AF, like no offense. Also like obviously you're gonna make connections with other ghosts, you're gonna continue to like contemplate life and like look at other people, but we also haunt, and that's like the fun part, that's like the best part besides like non-stop partying, is you get to haunt. And like low-key, like that's not like, they will remind you time and time again that you're there to develop as a person, the ghost council I mean, but like haunting is obviously like what we're known for, and it's like the most fun thing we get to do. The only thing like in the ghost council, we are not like, they especially are not like moral beings the way that we see morality as human beings. They don't view haunting as wrong. Scaring is not wrong. Scaring is not like a morally right or wrong thing. It's just a thing that happens, and I think an important part of life is being scared. And so we provide that for people, sometimes to their detriment. We are not, and the things about haunting that you need to know is that you are supposed to, number one, try and choose a host spot or family. So either you can try and follow a group of people, or you can stay in one place. That's why a lot of people are, you know, they're very tethered to one place. It's mainly because it's very fun. And that's also why you might end up haunting people who like move into your empty house, mainly because you probably want to like chill by yourself for a bit, and they're there and then you get mad. It just like, it helps ground you. If you're just going from place to place and you're never staying with anyone, then you're never getting that like developing experience that you're supposed to be getting. And if like they find out that you're doing that, they might like check in with you and be like, you're not gonna move up if you don't stay in one spot for a little bit. Does that make sense? Yeah. So yeah, you're gonna find a spot, and you're just gonna stay there for a little bit. We often choose abandoned buildings because then we get our alone time, but you don't have to choose an abandoned building. That doesn't have to happen. Some people are more tied to the place where they died, but that's usually a choice. Like they kind of want revenge, or they just want to find a way to like maybe not have revenge on those people, but have, you know, they want like a spiritual revenge. So they like haunt the house that they died in, or the place that they died in. For a little bit, I like haunted my college. That was really fun, especially to those fucking bitches who left me. Brittany, you know who you are, you know where you are, and I will always be haunting you as long as I am in this realm. She still thinks she's safe, but I know where she lives. She's in fucking Tennessee. You think you're fucking safe, Brittany. That's what's fun. You kind of get to like live out revenge, because as ghosts, we don't really see revenge as a bad thing. It's one of the ways that you develop. Obviously, you're supposed to like let go of it eventually, but sometimes you need to just like kind of like go through that first. But let me tell you one thing: we're not supposed to kill people. I know that all the movies have us killing people. That's because when we do that, it's really scary, and then when people see that, they get really scared, and then they make horror movies about it, because horror movies are like a very lucrative genre, and they want to make money, and it's like less of a scary ghost story if no one dies. We're not supposed to kill people, okay? Okay? You're not supposed to kill anyone, because, and I know that that's like really annoying, because like especially if someone does something really bad to you, you want to kill them, and they deserve to die, but we have to kind of let like other things do their path that way. It's really, we're often reminded that, you know, we're not in charge of life or death. That's like another kind of spirit realm. We're not supposed to be doing that. It doesn't mean it doesn't happen. You only get in trouble, you know, a crime's only a crime if you get caught. So if you do it, just like make sure no one knows, or else they'll get really mad at you. Try to make it look like an accident if you want to do that, but like also don't do that. It's like in the rules, like don't do that. It's like a big rule, like don't do that. If you do kill someone, then obviously like the ghost council comes down, they get really mad at you, and then they might like you don't know how long you're supposed to be a ghost. Like it's not like there's a set time, but if you do that, like obviously it's gonna like make your time here like a lot longer, and it can be kind of boring. So some people may kill people because they don't want to go to the afterlife. Some people are really scared of going to the afterlife, so they'll like become like an evil ghost, and then they like get like all bad. But then like if that happens, like the council steps in, and then they get like really mad at you, and like I don't know, they like put you in ghost jail or something. I don't know, like I've never been there, so like I don't really know what they do to you, but it's like not fun. You don't want to do that. Also, if you kill someone, or if you try to kill someone and they were like being divinely protected, I mean obviously everyone has their guardian angel, but like every once in a while, like in parts of your life, like the big angels like may like be there and like help you out. Also, like if you pray to them, like they'll like help you, because like their time doesn't move like our time. We're not, by the way, when you die, when you go to the afterlife, okay, you do not become an angel. That doesn't happen. They're like a different type of being. They're also really scary looking. You don't want to be one. They're like always working, like they're really busy, like they never get time off. You know, when you're like in the afterlife, you get to like chill and like help your ancestors. But when you're an angel, like if someone calls on you, you have to go, and their time works differently, so they can like go to like 12 different people at like any time, and then the next second they have to go to another like 20 different people. Like they're busy. Like you don't want to be an angel. You don't want to be an angel, but also their minds work differently than ours do, so they don't really see it as much work as we do. Does that make sense? So yeah, basically if you try to kill someone, this is very rare. It doesn't happen very often, but I'm like warning you because I saw it happen to someone once, and it's the scariest shit in the world, okay? Angels are scary as fuck. So if you go and you want to kill someone and they're like in a moment of being divinely protected, and they are so scary, like they come down and like you will never try that shit again. I saw Archangel Raphael come down. That shit is scary as fuck. They are so big, like you could not even imagine how big they are, and they have like a million eyes, and it's really weird, and you don't want to look at one ever. So don't fuck around like that, or else they might come for you, and that's really scary, because they, again, like you may not be able to kill someone. Like again, don't kill someone, but also like if you do, like obviously like their guardian angel might come down, and they're a little bit less scary looking, a little bit smaller, and they may be able to, they have less power though, so they may not be able to stop you if it like already is happening, but they can like block things, you know, like if you like push like a vase off of a shelf to like hit someone in the head, like they can divert that. But like if a archangel comes down, like you're screwed first of all, because they have like access to a lot more realms than we do, and they can send you to some bad places. Also, looking at one is scary as shit, and also it feels like you're there forever when you look at one. I wouldn't recommend it, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. But that's all I'm gonna say. But so basically, you're not supposed to kill anyone. You're supposed to haunt someone in a playful and fun way. You're gonna be there. They might not always know that you're there. Sometimes you're just gonna watch. Sometimes you're gonna go in. how do you haunt people? You can push things over, you can, you know, have them see a glimpse of you in the mirror. That one's fun. That's always a fun little trick. They are allowed to see you. You just don't want to, like, if you, like, obviously, like, if you start, like, talking to someone, like, trying to become friends with them in the living room, that's a big no-no. Don't do that. It's another thing you can get in trouble for. But you can talk. It's something that you have to sort of work on. See, I can communicate with you very easily because we're both ghosts. Try talking to me. See? Boom. Now, when you go outside and you try to talk to someone, it's not that you're physically unable, it's just like, it's so much more work. It's also very daunting that it can feel like a lot more work. It can be very hard. But with practice, you'll get it. You can talk to people. You can have them see glimpses of you. It's always, I think it's a better haunt if you like let them see a little bit of you. You know, I think the key to a good haunt, in my opinion, a good artistic haunt, is, you know, that you sort of have them in this space where they don't know if they're going crazy or if they're really seeing something. Because if you just, like, let them know, like, oh, like, there's a ghost here, if you, like, watch over them while they're sleeping and they get up and they scream and you're just, like, there, and you, like, start walking around and you, like, go to their kitchen, like, that would, like, really scare the shit out of them. But also, like, then either, first of all, they may be crazy and they start accepting it, or they'll move out. And if you make a bunch of people start moving out, again, we're really not supposed to be intermingling with people's lives that much. And that's why they get really pissed off, the ghost council, when, like, you, like, give a house, like, a reputation. Like, it's good to, like, have a reminder that we exist as ghosts, but we're also not really supposed to be. Like, there's a lot of politics in this. I don't know. I don't want to get into it, like, my personal opinions on the whole thing. But, like, basically, there's, like, a lot of, like, debates about whether or not, like, ghosts should be known actually to exist by humans. Because, you know, what would that mean for, like, the fabric of time and society and humanity? We're supposed to be something that sort of people know enough about to keep, like, sort of in the back of their minds. But also, like, we're not supposed to be interacting with humans the way that humans interact with other humans. Does that make sense? Yeah. You can also do good things for people, but again, this is another thing. You just, like, if you know, maybe you died and, like, you left behind, like, a loved one who was, like, really struggling, you know, you can leave them a message. You know, don't write on a piece of paper and give it to them. No, you're not allowed to do that. You might even find that, like, you, like, say, like, you want to, like, leave your mom a message and you, like, write on a piece of paper, you may find that you, like, continuously lose that piece of paper. Like, that's just not allowed. It's really breaking the sort of walls that we have in between ourselves as ghosts and human beings. But say, like, I don't know, like, maybe, like, your mom always loved butterflies. You could, like, I don't know, like, sort of blow, you find a butterfly, you blow the wind in her direction, and you push the butterfly towards her. You can do little things like that. So, you know, you can haunt in good ways and bad ways. And something that you'll find, something, you know, as we're supposed to grow and, like, learn and change, you may find that you actually prefer haunting people in good ways. You know, you may end up in a house that you like and a family moves in, you don't know anything about them, but you find out that maybe they're really going through something. Maybe you can try and bring some good stuff into their life. You know, most ghosts like to haunt in a scary way because it's more fun, but also because a lot of us are kind of new to being ghosts, and there's a lot of resentment and anger, and you're working through the fact that you're dead, and so you haunt in a scary way. But you may find that you want to haunt in a good way if you want. So yeah, as I said, you don't sleep. You also don't really feel a lot of pain. It's just not a thing. Like, we feel, like, emotional pain, obviously, but we don't feel pain in the way because we're not, like, physical beings like the others. Like, human beings, we don't feel pain like they do, which honestly, like, sounds great, and it is, like, good for the most part. But honestly, I don't feel like I'm just crazy, but, like, sometimes I kind of miss pain. Like, you ever, like, I don't know, like, when I was, like, alive, like, I just didn't experience a lot of, like, physical pain, like, in the way that maybe other people did. Like, I never, like, like, I don't know, like, I didn't like have like a big like surgery really or anything like that. Like I was wishing for that, obviously, like you don't want that to happen to you. But you ever like, you don't experience a lot of pain besides like the chronic aching of your bones that just like happens when you turn 18. Like, and then like you have like these like dull pains that happen, and those are really annoying because they're internal. But like every once in a while you like fall and you like scrape your knee and you start bleeding, and it kind of feels good in the way that you like never really like, you don't feel a lot of pain like that. It kind of makes you feel like a warrior, you know what I mean? That sort of pain you don't feel anymore, and it does sort of, or like maybe like sometimes you like, I don't know, like you like maybe like a little slap or something, like, well, I don't know, I won't judge, like you don't get to feel that sort of like kind of interesting pain anymore, and it is kind of like a bummer, I think, a little bit. But for the most part, I think most people see no pain isn't that good, especially if you died older and you're a ghost. Like you're like, hell yeah, I feel amazing. So yeah, and like a lot of kids who die, like they had like issues like when they were alive, and maybe they were in chronic pain. So that's actually another reason why people really love being a ghost, is because there's no pain. So that's another thing you get to look forward to. Yeah. How do you feel? Do you feel ready? Yeah. Well, you can't, like, you can change clothes. Obviously, like, you can't put on human clothes. The ghost sort of fashion, you know, there's a reason why we look the way that we do. You know, we obviously we look kind of dead. Ghost fashion is very much based on death. It does exist. That's why I'm wearing dark, like, purple lipstick. I preferred red in my lifetime, but they only make like dark colors because that's like dead. You also like, you get like very pale. Not that like your actual, like, you're not like gonna like go up like a skin tone, but like you're gonna, you know, look like the blood's kind of sucked out of you. And like your hair is gonna get kind of like powdery and like white. And like, yeah, so a lot of like things are just sort of based on like kind of like death chic. They're really into like chemises, which is why I'm wearing this. The clothes I dyed, you can choose to stay in the clothes you dyed in, but my clothes were kind of dirty, so I chose the ghost chemise. But there are some other clothes as well if you're interested. Yeah. Well, actually, you know what? I brought something for you. I bring this to all my new people because I want to give them a new little piece of something like jewelry or something to remind them that they're now in a different realm. And I always like to give this one. I buy a lot of these for my new recruits, because it just feels right. This is, as you can see it very well, it's a little skull and crossbones. Isn't that cute? Isn't that cute? So yeah, give me your finger. All right, perfect. Now you're ready. Yeah, and if you like want to like buy stuff and stuff, like, you will eventually be able to figure out places where you can get that. We do interact with witches. That's like a whole other topic. I could probably talk to you about that a little bit later, but we do like interact more directly with people who call upon us. Like, I feel like pagans and witches, they tend to like call more upon ghosts than like traditional like monotheistic people do. But you can like talk to them, and you may be able to guide them towards like different angels. If you end up, like, angels are very scary, but you may end up sort of befriending, not like, more like guardian angels. The big angels are very scary. You don't want to talk to them, you don't want to meet them. But there's a lot of connections between spirit world and people interacting with the spirit world and interacting with us. That's like a whole other topic. But yeah, I'll teach you at some point where you can get new clothes, new like makeup, jewelry, stuff like that. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna let you go off, but you are always able to get in touch with me if you want, okay? Yeah. You can always just get in touch with me. You can just like say like, oh my god, I forgot to say. Oh my god, I forgot to say. So, my name is Jennifer. You can always say like, Jenny, like, please, like, I need your help, and I can just come. We can communicate like telepathically. You'll see. And you just have to remember people's names. And if you don't, you can just like, you you can sort of try your best to like send a mind wave, and I'll be able to come over and like help you. But I think that honestly, like learning, the best way to learn is just to like go out and like try. So I'm gonna like let you off and like do your thing now. As I said, I do think you should spend a little bit of time just like sort of interacting with the world as it goes before you like try and like tie up all your loose ends and stuff. Yeah. But yeah, you know, I'll just be like, Jenny please, and I'll be like, okay. Like ever since they promoted me to this, I swear to God, like all I do is like go and help people, which is like I love you all, like, but it's a little annoying because I like to haunt, but it's okay. Like if you need help, like just let me know. Like just like I don't know, like if you need help with anything, like I got you. And yeah, I'll see you around. Okay, good luck.